I'm working through now. I'm still living at a 20K court.
Ooh.
But I'm asking God to send me to a 50K and 100K a month court. What does God have to work with if I'm not even showing him that I have planned to even be able to receive the 50K a month court?
That's good.
So I think what happens is we're asking God to give us something that we haven't even showed him that we're ready to walk in and possess yet. And what happens when we ask for things that we're not able to possess, when he gives it to us, if he gives it to us, because we're begging at this point, when it's for us, we don't have to beg him. We don't have to beg God for nothing.
That's good.
But when we get to a point where we're believing God for something that we're not ready for, and he give it to us, it drowns us.
Ooh, every time.
What's up, family? It's your girl, Courtney B, and you are now locked in to the Load Up podcast, where we push you to live your dreams, to find your God-given purpose. And listen, we don't stop with the impact and the influence over here. So I'm excited. This is a little different. They got me opening up the episode today, but hey, we're going to work through it. They got me kind of hosting the episode today, but we're going to work through it. Like, hey, we getting out of comfort zones. Ain't that what we talk about on the podcast all the time?
Right.
We getting out of comfort zones. But, hey, I have my co-host here, my hubs, Bay, Rock, Light of my life.
Well.
Baby. My blessing.
Yes.
My gift.
Yes.
Say what's up to the world, baby.
Speak life. Speak the truth.
How are you today?
I like that. I'm doing well, man. I'm blessed, alive, in my right mind, good health. Can't ask for nothing more, man. I am rich. I am wealthy. Yes.
You better come on with the affirmations.
I feel it.
All right, so I see you got the new t-shirt on today. Listen, dream on purpose.
Yes.
Listen, you done took like a whole break for like what, about 3 years?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the t-shirt. I know you're back now. You took a while to, kind of start your career, kind of help me push my business as well. So tell us about just how you feel about, coming back in now after being off for a while, and how you came up with this new design.
Yeah, man. I'm back like Jordan, 4-5. I left and tried some other things, and now I'm back in the game, so just call me MJ, you know what I'm saying? Jet Li MJ, because I'm back in the game, you know what I'm saying?
We can be serious at any time.
I'm dead serious. Braxton, keep this, please. Thank you. But yeah, so this is Dream on Purpose too. And I
yeah, see how much you...
No, for real. This is the Dream on Purpose tee. And with this, I want people to be intentional about their lives.
Yeah, for real.
Right? Be intentional about your purpose. Right? I feel that so many times we put our dreams on the shelf, or we put our dreams on the side when life gets hard and life gets in the way, and that we forget about the things that our hearts desire. Right? And so with this tea, it's a reminder to dream again, right? It's a reminder to be intentional about my life and about obtaining the things that I want and doing the things that I want to do. So I'm just pushing that message of dream on purpose. Be intentional, about everything that you do in your life, because you're intentional in other areas. You make sure you get those things done. You make sure you're having fun. You make sure that you're going places and you're doing what you're supposed to do. But when it comes to something that's serious, like purpose in life and your dreams and, plans for your life, you kind of just put that to the side. So with this shirt, man, Dream on Purpose, you'll be able to purchase it on the website. I am livingoutadream.com. Braxton going to put that on the screen for you. And it's also going to be in the description. It's going to be the link. Click on it. It's going to take you to the website and buy a few shirts. Support the brand.
I love it.
So when you take some time off, like kind of how I did,
Yeah.
and coming back, is you get nervous. You kind of like, man, how people gonna receive the message? How people gonna receive me since I've been gone so long. But the support has been good, and we're just gonna continue to build on that momentum.
I love it.
Yes.
So we're gonna do something new. I'm a start something.
Okay.
We're gonna start something new on the Load Up podcast.
Okay.
Monthly.
Monthly.
So what we'll do is create a segment
Okay.
where we allow our subscribers, our followers, to tell us one way that they're being intentional with living purpose and dreaming, how
That's
they're
good.
dreaming on purpose. And what we'll do is we'll do a drawing on the episode, and I'll sponsor a
Okay.
shirt a month.
Oh wow. Thank
I'll
you.
sponsor a shirt a month for, whoever, because, we have some people that come in. We have some
Right.
people, that's real locked in, with
Right.
the podcast. So we want to give back as well. And it may not be a t-shirt,
Right.
every month. Hey, sometimes it may be a gift card. Hey, sometimes it might be a TV. We don't know.
Right.
You never know what
Right,
you'll
you
get.
never know.
You never know.
Okay.
Hey, but no, I think that's something good.
That's how we moving this year.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the Dream on Purpose session.
Uh-huh.
So what we'll do, we'll come in and we'll just talk about what we did that month or what we've done intentionally to push us towards our dream and towards
like that.
purpose. Because we talk about living our dreams a lot, and we talk about purpose. Sometimes we can get complacent.
Oh yeah.
You
We
know,
need that
I'm-
accountability.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be something good, and we can talk, with you all as well. You can let us know on social media. You can let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Of the episode, and when we come, just let us know before. I guess we'll probably have to kind of figure that out how we would
We'll
do
talk
the
about that.
drawing.
Yeah.
So that's something new we'll start doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm on board. man.
But right now, what I want you to do is go ahead and drop in the comments a way that you can start dreaming on purpose, and those will be the first
Name.
entries.
Yeah.
Yeah, those will be the first entries, and we'll decide from those. And on the next episode is when we'll do the drawing.
Right.
That's how it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
I like it. No, I like it.
No, so it's something else you said that, after taking off for so long, when you come back, you're nervous. And I think a lot of that comes from when we don't have a set plan for exactly what it is that we want to do, what it is that we're working towards, who it is that we're targeting, what it is that we're offering them, and literally, like without a shadow of doubt, we know what we offer and we know what we want people to get from what we're doing and what we're offering. I think that's when we kind of get nervous, because we're sometimes not sure of us. We're not sure if I can do it again. I know you've sold hundreds, of t-shirts. You took a break and now you're like, I don't know if I can do that again. I did it before, but I don't know if I can do it now. And I think a lot of times, if we don't necessarily plan for what we're doing, we'll have that nervousness, because now what do we have to fall back on? What do we have to, like, say for instance, do you have a way that you can show us, this is how I sold 100 shirts last time? I know me and you talk about in my business all the time that if something was to happen to me and I wasn't able to run the business, like, I need to have something written down that I can give to you, or you can continue to keep the business going. That I can give it to, if we hire someone that they can keep the business going. So I think a lot of times if we fail to plan, that's a lot of times when that nervousness comes in. And I know that we both can talk about times rather in the past or even now that we have kind of failed to plan or haven't planned like we have wanted to.
Right.
And, that has kind of created some kind of uneasiness and fear. But we're going to break all that today. I know this is going to be a blessing to me as well, because it is definitely some things that I know that I need to talk to and I need to plan out to make sure that I'm literally working towards, I'm planning and working towards what I'm asking God for. Like, how do you prepare for what you ask God for?
That's good. All right, so how do you prepare for what you asked for?
Yeah.
How do you prepare for what you've been praying for? Right? How do you prepare for what you've been believing in God for? And the first step that I would do is lock in with who created you.
Yeah.
And that's God. You know, lock in and get that alone time so that you can be able to hear his voice and know when he's speaking to you and knowing when he's telling you to make this move and when to make this investment and that is the first thing I would do. Second thing I would do, I would start to write down what my heart's desire, right? Write down what my heart's its true desire is to what I want to have in life, what I want to be, what I want to become, what I want to attain, right? And then from there, that's when you're writing out the work that has to be done, right? So we know that write the vision and make it plain, right? So you have to write the vision out and make it plain. And be very detailed because God is detailed, right? So everything that you think that you want, that you might want, you desire to want, put it in the vision so you can have everything that you desire. I can remember writing down so much over the past few years, and we're actually living in it now, because I know that the plan gives your life direction. You know, having something that you have that's attainable and that's tangible, that's right there, that you can look at and that you can read and that you can see and you can touch and you can feel it, and knowing that okay, this is the direction that I'm supposed to be going. And a lot of us are off course in our life because we don't have our plan written down. So we don't know what direction we're going in. We just moving, right? And when I was thinking about this, I was like, man, most people living their lives like a leaf in the road being blew by the wind.
Just going wherever
Just
the wind
going
blows.
wherever the wind blows you. And it's like, just imagine if you was planted where you was supposed to be, and your roots, like think about a pine tree. Them boys, they there.
They ain't moving.
They ain't moving, right? And we know that the deeper the roots, the taller the tree could be, you know. And so it's a lot of us are just like leaves in the road, and we are just being blew by life. So we're just tumbling and going this way, going this direction, going over here, chilling with this person, going over here, job to job to job, going over here. And it's like, God said, if you had a plan, I would have been able to just take you higher.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, that's good, because I know, speaking on experience, having job after job after job, you know, school dropout. And that's just because I didn't have a plan when I graduated high school. And so it was like, you know, what am I going to do? So then I ended up in places that I was not supposed to be for too long. Because I didn't have that plan.
That's good. I think a lot of times, like you have spoken from experience, and you know that you've had numerous jobs, that you started in school but you didn't graduate. I think people struggle with creating plans because they feel that if the route changes, that they fail, or that God lied,
Yes.
or that they didn't hear God right.
Yes.
When the plan can change, but purpose doesn't change.
That's
what
good.
you were originally set out to do,
Right.
that doesn't change.
Right.
But the road may change. You may have a detour. You may get a roadblock. You may have to turn around. You may thought you were gonna walk. You may thought you were gonna drive, but now you have to walk. You may thought you were gonna fly there, but you may have to swim. You don't know. So I think a lot of people fear creating plans because if they have to change, it makes it look like God lied. And what happens is, if we always feel that your plan has to be perfect, you won't create a plan. Because the thing is, God said, to the word says that we make the plans,
Yeah.
but God determines our steps.
Okay.
So if you don't have a plan, what steps are you giving God to work with?
That's good.
So if I never, sit down and say, if all I say is I want to, grow my business, or I want to have a 6-figure business,
Right.
but I never sit down and say, well, I need to hire a coach, and I need to get my email marketing, and I need to do more ads. And, if I never sit down and make these plans out for the goals that I have, and I never sit down and make this plan for the goals that I have, then what am I sending out to return to me? And I think that when you have a plan and you get it out on paper, I love that you said, to make sure that you're writing the plan down, because when you have a plan and it's in your imagination, you're just imagining it. But the moment that you take the plan or the vision out of your mind and you put it on paper, now you have brought it to earth. And it has to happen, because now you're speaking this. And I think a lot of times we don't understand the principle. The principle is to write it. Though it may take longer than what you thought it would take.
Yeah.
It's still gonna happen because it's on this paper.
Right.
No matter how long it takes.
Right.
I believe this. I trust this, because this is the vision that I have for my life, and I have submitted it to God. And I also love that you said as well that you have to seek God.
Right.
You have to go to God about what you already feel that He has told you to do. I made a post the other day, and I said that I don't believe that God gives us dreams to torture us. I don't believe He just put something in our heart or allow us to be exposed to something just to torture us and like dangle, like, how people dangle stuff in your face, like, oh, nana boo boo, you can't, what I'm saying? I don't believe that God does that to us. I believe that He shows us that we can have these things to see if we trust Him enough to believe Him and go after it.
Yeah.
So I think when it comes to, seeking God, we know Matthew 6:33. We know this.
Yeah.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. You seek God, and all these things that you're worried about, how you will eat, how what car you gonna drive, all this stuff that you want, all those things will be added to you after you seek the Maker, after you seek the person that has created you and has already called you to this thing. So can you talk about how hard it is to get confused with your thoughts and hearing God?
That's good. We know we live in a world full of distractions. So seeking God allows you to the best of your ability, be able to discern what is God and what is the enemy and what is yourself.
Yeah.
Really being intentional about walking in the Holy Spirit, because we know that the Holy Spirit is in us. That's the gift that Jesus left here for us, right? So with knowing that the Holy Spirit is in us, we know that we have the power to make the right decision. But a lot of times, for all of us, it gets muddy because distractions come in. Instagram come in, parties come in, weekends come, and you get distracted from that plan.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel that when you really want your life to change, and when you're really ready for your life to go in a different direction, then you would do the hard work and you would do what it takes in order to better your life.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like preparation plus work equals success. So we have to prepare plus put the work in.
Oh, yeah.
For the success. And I hope y'all got y'all paper and pad, man. So y'all, while y'all listening, y'all thinking of the plan
Yeah.
and y'all are actually writing something down. Because we want you guys to take the things that we're saying and apply it to your life so that you can live your dreams, so you can change your life, right? But yeah, just being able to notice God. So like I was telling you about Elijah in the Bible, and God told him to go to the mountain, and he said it was an earthquake, but that wasn't God. It was the wind blew, but that wasn't God. The fire came, but that wasn't God. But he heard God in a still, quiet voice.
Yeah.
And a lot of us think that God is gonna, come and it's gonna be big and it's gonna be loud when he speaks to you. And sometimes it is. He speaks to everybody different, right?
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's a quiet voice that's inside of you, and
Yeah.
it's like, hey, do this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is the idea. Hey, this is the plan. Write it down. And like that's how I came up with load. It was just like I was in the shower, and it came over me, and it was like load, living out a dream.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, that was it. Got out the shower and just ran with it, right? Wrote it down, had some plans, had to figure out what I wanted to do with it, how, everything I wanted to make load to be. And it started seeking him. I that's what I'm always start with, because seeking God is what you need to do first.
Yeah.
And then it came from just writing it down. Then it came from putting the work in, and then building that momentum and going on and on and on. And so, but right now, you just got to be focused on understanding that I have the Holy Spirit in me, and I have the power in me already to make the right decisions. And 9 times out of 10, when it's when it's you.
Yeah.
It's your flesh. You're like, man, come on, that's something that I want to do, but
Yeah.
is that what God want me to do?
Yeah. And I know it's been times we've talked and I've said, I should have followed my first mind. And I think a lot of times
Yes.
we expect for God to come sit next to us on the
Yeah.
bed and tell
Yeah.
us yes, no.
No,
And it
yes.
doesn't work like that.
Nah.
That's that voice you hear in your mind that's telling you yes or no, don't go this way, don't go out, don't turn this way. That is the voice that you need to listen to. And I was watching a podcast and I heard a question was asked that, how do you know if it's God, or if it's a God thought, or if it's your thought? And she was saying how you will know, if it's something God has told you to do, if you put it down, like, you put load down for a while and you can't stop thinking about it. You come back and get it. You're tied to it. This is all you think about. This is what you want to do. And you eventually make your way back to it. That's God. God has called you to that. That's your purpose. And if it's yours, this is just something you want to do. You can put it down and never think about it again. So I think that's a good way to kind of figure out about some of the thoughts that you want to do. Because I'm not going to say everything that you think about you're supposed to do. But I do believe that if it's something that I'm always thinking about this, I really feel like I'm supposed to do it, I can't catch a break, go to God and just talk, like, God, you got to show me this.
Right.
You got to show me what to do. You got to show me how to do it. You got to show me, what is the plan? What is the vision? And I think something that's so good, if you don't know where to start for writing your plan, is to literally get a piece of paper and a pen.
Yeah.
And write whatever it is, whatever area in your life that you're believing God for vision for, write that area. If it's for your marriage, write marriage at the top of the paper and pray, God, what is the vision you want to give me for my marriage?
Yeah.
Just sit there and listen.
Yeah.
I listened to, is it Nathaniel Cole? He has worship music. We go to sleep with it. It's like a worship instrumental. And we go to sleep with it, but you can pray to it. It kind of just soothes you, kind of allows you to just, it ushers you into for me, it ushers me into my worship time. And just go to God, go before God and just write down marriage, a career at the top. God, what is the vision that
Right.
you're giving to me for my career?
Right.
My kids, like nothing is off limits to
Yeah.
God. You literally need a plan and
Everything.
vision for each and everything that you desire to do
Right.
here on this earth. You need a plan for it. And at least you make the plan. Making a plan doesn't mean that I'm leaving God out or I'm telling God what I want to do. Making the plan is saying, okay, God, these are my plans. These are my desires. Allow them to line up with what you have for me. Line up with your will for my life. At least I have something to show God, like this is what I want. And people sometimes can just be so pseudo-spiritual saying, well, whatever God want to do, but that ain't what the word say. The word say write the plan.
Right.
Write the vision.
Right.
And make it plain.
Right.
The Bible says you make the plan, but God directs the steps.
Yeah.
What steps is he going to direct if you don't have the plan made? You're not telling God that it's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
God, this is what I'm giving you to work with.
Yeah.
This is what I have. And I know for me, when it comes to, planning, like I be having, it be so much stuff that I be wanting to do and think about.
Take your time.
Yes, but I'm getting to a point now where I'm kind of planning different things now. Like I struggle with forgiveness, and not necessarily like I walk around with grudges, but I'm more of a, you hurt me, I ain't got to fool with you ever again, and I don't want to be like that, but I go to God and I tell God, I can't do this. I don't want to be like this. I want you to help me. I want you to work through this for me. I welcome you in here. What is the vision that you have for this? Like, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is off limits to God.
That's good.
Especially when, you really desire his character and you really desire what it is that he wants to do in your life.
That's good.
And we know that... Who was it that asked for wisdom and knowledge?
Solomon.
Solomon.
King
Was it
Solomon?
Solomon? King Solomon, yes. King Solomon asked for wisdom and knowledge, and God said, because you asked for wisdom and knowledge, that I'm going to give you all these other things. But the Bible also talks about how when you ask for wisdom, he will not rebuke you for asking. He will give you wisdom. So I have now been kind of asking for those things, because no matter how much money I have, no matter how much my business grows, if I can't master forgiveness on this level, where I'm going, because imagine, when the money grow, that's when you really start seeing people's side. You know what I'm saying? So I want God to see that you can trust me here on this level. So those are the kind of things that I'm praying for now.
Right.
So, but I had to go to God bold and naked.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to hide that from God.
Yeah.
Like he don't already know.
Right.
But I was trying to hide that, but I went to him naked, like, God, this ain't too small for you. Like, you care about this. You are concerned about what's concerning me. So when y'all are writing these plans, when you're writing the visions for your lives and for each and every category in your life, don't look at it like God don't care about this, or this too small for God, or this might not matter, because each and everything that matters to you, God is concerned about it as well. So,
that's good. I wanted to say a few things.
Go ahead.
One, when you maturing in your spiritual walk, because you stop asking God for stuff and when you maturing in your spiritual walk, because you stop asking God for external things and you start asking him for internal things.
That's good, bro.
You stop asking God for, I want a house, I want a car, I want to travel. And you start asking him, God, fix my attitude.
Yeah.
Fix this brokenness.
Yeah. For real.
Fix this.
That's good.
Fix my anxiety, my depression, my mind. Fix my brokenness.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel that you start to mature in your walk. Because I feel like a lot of people go to God for stuff.
Yeah.
Tangible stuff, external stuff. But how many of us last time went for something that concerning our character? It's like, God, fix this area of me.
That's good, man of God.
I know I'm good. I know I got money in the bank. I got food in my fridge. I got gas in the car, but my character is off. Help me in this area, God. When was the last time you asked God to, help you and humble you in this area?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that. And also, you said another good thing too. You taking the time out to write the plan. So if you want to do something, you need to sit down and plan it. And a lot of us do not take the time out and sit down and plan what we actually want to do.
Yeah.
Because actually, just what you said about sitting down, having your music, and writing out whatever category in your life that you want God to show you a vision in, that takes discipline. That takes being intentional about doing that.
Yeah.
Because you can sit there and you may get something, and you may not.
Yeah.
But taking the time out is what's important, because that's building the momentum that you need.
Yeah.
So the next day, go and do it again, and do it again, and do it again until you get the results that you want. Dr. Miles Monroe also said, we don't spend any time on our dreams, our visions, because we are too busy making a living to find life. And I thought that was so good, because a lot of times we don't spend times with our vision and our dreams and our purpose in life. We don't.
Yeah.
We all been there. It's like, man, I ain't worrying about that. I ain't studying that. I'm trying to pay these bills. I'm trying to make it to work so I can pay these bills. And God is like, I have so much more in store for you, but you have to give me your plan. Give me your vision. Give me your desires, and let me get you out of this. Let me just make it to work to pay these bills cycle. And we know you got to pay your bills, right? Yeah. But what we're saying is find something that you're called for and learn how to monetize that. And that's what Courtney been on my head about. Find something that you're passionate about, that you would do for free, that you can't stop thinking about, and find a way to monetize that and start to replace your job income.
Yeah. And that's why I started the episode. You already know I was talking about you. How I started it in the beginning about planning. And it's so crazy because I'm always, anything that we do, I'm always thinking about how that ties into what he's already doing. You already have low. You're already pushing people to purpose. Yeah. You're already helping people live, or inspiring people to live their dream. But how can you actually help them live their dreams? Yeah. And in that same video that we were watching from Dr. Miles Monroe, he said that we're living for a paycheck instead of to make a difference. And I think what happens is nothing is wrong with getting the bag, getting the paycheck, whatever it is that you desire. Yeah. But we have to understand that we are an answer in the earth. Yeah.
It's deeper.
It's so much bigger than just paying your bills, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are here to answer someone's prayer. Yeah. You are an answer in the earth. Yeah. You are here to do something that is going to make a difference in somebody else's life. Yeah. The same way that somebody is here to make a difference in your life. I can think about people who have made a difference in my life. Yeah. And that was the answer that they were to me. Right. So I know that if somebody has been an answer to me, I know that I'm an answer to someone else. Yeah. And I think what happens is we get clouded and distracted with what we need, that we forget that we are here for someone else. And I know I tell you all the time, I never forget, you asked me what was the number. What's the number, and I'll be content with it. And it's not that I'm not content. I just can't really give a number because I want to be the one that write them checks. That be able, and not have to look and not have to make sure we got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to, if we go into the grocery store and we're able, everybody's in the line with us, we buy everybody groceries. Yes. Or we tell The whole south side of Belton, come get your girl. Like, those are the kind of things like that I desire to do. So I can't put a cap on it and say, this is the amount that I desire, because if it's enough for me, I don't have enough. Because if I have enough that covers my home for us to travel, for us to do what we like to do, to buy the things that we like, where's the overflow? And the overflow is when the people close to you, the people that's near you, that they get. And if you don't have any,
that's good.
It's not enough. So
that's good.
I think that when you're writing those plans, make sure that you're writing the plan and you're not just including just what you need and what you want.
Don't think about yourself.
At some point, it's selfish.
Ooh.
At some point, it's selfish. It's selfish motives, I'll say. It's selfish motives. And I think those are the plans that fail and that fall through.
Yeah.
When it's only me. What can I get? What can I do? How does this benefit me? Instead of, God, make me an answer. God, give me more money so, I can pay my mama house off. God, give me more money so I can get, the little boys' basketball uniforms. You know what I'm saying? Things like God honors what you do for other people. Mm-hmm. What you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. And we talk about all the time why we see so many non-believers be blessed, or they're the ones that's living lavish, or they may have, what we desire. And, we're the ones, the people that believe God and trust, we the ones walking around busted, broke down, and disgusted. No, that's not what God has designed for us. That's not what he has for us.
That's true.
But they understand the principles. That's it. And people will say, well, God didn't bless them. That's the devil. That ain't what the word say. The word told us that Jesus came for the just and the unjust. If we talking about it, they understand the principles.
Whew, that's a whole nother
that's a whole nother episode. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode, man. So anytime I pull this out right here,
you gonna give us a story?
I got a story.
Story time.
I'm not gonna. I'm for real about writing stuff down, man. So, I got plenty of these notebooks that I done wrote stuff down, starting from 2014 to now. So I found something that I wrote down, and of course I gotta share it. Whew. This is me being vulnerable. Example. All right. So, I don't have no date on here, but I said, God, speak to me for my wife and myself. What is our purpose together? That's what I wrote down. I want to be able to get my wife to a new level in her life. Are you in a new level in your life?
I am, baby.
This gotta be.
You spoke that thing.
Man, I wish I had a year in here, but we just say 19. We say 20, 21, something like that, right? Man, that's good.
That is.
God, speak to me for my wife and myself. So I'm asking God to speak to me for not just myself, but for my wife. Because as a man, we have to have a vision for the family.
Yeah.
Right? What is our purpose together? I want to be able to get my wife to a new level in her life. I have to be better, stronger, smarter, bolder. Courtney is my gift from God, and I have to honor her and help her become the best. I don't want her to regret marrying me. So man up, get right with God, and fall back to grow up and lead her. And that was just a small little paragraph that I wrote. That's how I was feeling at that time, man. But that's something that's just an example of how short it can be in detail it can be at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm asking God to give me a vision. You know, I'm asking God to give us purpose. I'm asking God to take us to new levels. I'm asking God to help my character. I want to be smarter. I want to be bolder.
Yeah.
I'm asking God to help me honor my wife, right? I'm asking God to help me be the best that I can be so I can be the best for her. So I'm pouring out details, and I'm pouring out my heart's desire so that God can bless it. And just by reading this, God done blessed that.
Yeah.
We're living it.
Yeah.
You know, and it took time, it took work, and it took prayer, and it took applying the information and things that we know, and that the things that we had to learn. So that's a small example right there, that you can write something down, and it could be short, but it could be powerful.
Yeah.
And you know, it may take some time. Now, a lot of people want this thing overnight, but that didn't come. These things, what you write down, don't come overnight. I know we live in things that we wrote back in 2018. You know, and you go back and you look at it, and you're like, man, I'm actually in this right now.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that with y'all, share that with you.
No, but it's
And
good.
I be praying over you. I be speaking for you.
Yeah.
I be going to God on your behalf for you, because I want to see you be the best, and I want you to live the life that you deserve and that you want to live.
Oh, thank you, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Anytime.
crazy because I done started this notebook, and it's on the front of it is 1 Corinthians 13:4. And I done made that prayers for my husband. And it's crazy that you said that, because nothing else goes in that prayer journal except prayers for you. And it's good that you have brought this up, because we're talking about you know, plans and having visions for your life. But you can have plans for the people in your life as well. The vision doesn't just have to include what I need,
Right.
what I want, and what I'm asking God for. The vision can also include what I'm believing in for you, what I'm believing in for my household, what I'm believing for my kids. Like, I feel like we put God in this box that when we go to him and we pray to him, that we have to pray specifically for just certain things. We can pray for all things. Like I said earlier, whatever is concerning us. If your marriage is concerning you, if you're, you know, whatever your parents are going through, if that's concerning you, we are able to go to God freely and boldly with that. So no, I love that. You know, we both have, you know, journals like this from years.
I'm gonna make you pull one out one day. You don't want to share it right
years. That literally just talk about, and I wasn't even supposed to tell you about. You made me reveal the notebook. Now I'm finna have to show them over there.
It's some more on that page that I ain't read. I'm gonna say that because that one deep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it.
Save it. So in preparing, we're talking about how to prepare for what you pray, what you're believing for, how to prepare for your blessing. So we have talked about first seeking God.
Yeah.
2, we've talked about getting in your word.
Yeah.
3, we've talked about writing a vision.
Writing it.
And another one that I would say is becoming the person that is ready to receive what you're asking for. Because we ask for all of these things when we haven't done what we have to do to get there.
It's good.
Like me, I'm praying for, you know, more in my business.
Yeah.
But I know that I need to work on budgeting. I need to work on, you know, making sure that I'm keeping, you know, things separate. And it's things that I need to work on. So I'm still operating right now. And Jay got me at a point now. He tell all my business. I guess now I tell my business too. I'm working through now. I'm still living at a 20K court.
Ooh.
But I'm asking God to send me to a 50K and 100K a month court. What does God have to work with if I'm not even showing him that I have planned to even be able to receive the 50K a month court?
That's good.
So I think what happens is we're asking God to give us something that we haven't even showed him that we're ready to walk in and possess yet. And what happens when we ask for things that we're not able to possess, when he gives it to us, if he gives it to us, because we're begging at this point, when it's for us, we don't have to beg him. We don't have to beg God for nothing.
That's good.
But when we get to a point where we're believing God for something that we're not ready for, and he give it to us, it drowns us.
Ooh, every time.
It gets us to a point where now we don't, we thought we wanted it, but now we don't even want it at all. But this is what he has for us. But because we are immature in receiving it right now, we got it early. Now it has made us sick, and now we don't want it.
It's a burden now.
It's a, ain't Pastor talk about the blessings and the burden? The burdens of the blessing, you know, and that's when it becomes a burden, when you ask for it too soon. When and it may be time for it, but you have halted the time because you haven't done, and I'm talking to myself now, you haven't done what it takes to get there. And I had to have this revelation myself, you know, because when you really know that you've been doing what you asking God for and it ain't happening, you got to take a self-evaluation.
Ooh.
Okay, God. Okay, Courtney, like, why you ain't seen this shit? You know what to do. You have the knowledge of it. God has given you the wisdom for it. Why haven't you seen it yet? So then you sit back and you think, okay, I need to tidy up in this area right here. I need to tidy up. You know what I'm saying? Now, and this is when you can be real with yourself, because a lot of y'all don't want to be real with yourself. A lot of you,
Facts.
you know, think everybody else the problem.
Yeah.
A lot of you think that, you know, you perfect.
Yep.
I ain't talking to y'all.
Never want to look in the mirror.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to the ones that know.
Yeah.
That really, really know I can do better.
Yeah.
That I'm the holdup.
Right.
Like when they say, baby, when they say God ain't waiting on you.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't waiting on God. He waiting on me.
Yeah. That's the truth.
They're me.
Yeah.
Right now. And I can say that.
Yeah.
But I also know that God is gracious, and I can go to him and ask, okay, God, I can't do this by myself. We just started a whole Bible over y'all, them Israelites. Baby. But it shows us that even back then, we are not able to do it on our own.
At all.
And this was even before Jesus. This was just God, baby. He was taking the whole family out. You hear me? But it shows us that no matter how much we try.
Yeah.
Even David was literally a man after God's own heart, and he still sinned.
Yep.
Like, it's nothing. We cannot do it without him. We cannot do it without God. No matter how much, you know, we try, we need him. And I love that we're reading that, because it reminds me that I don't have to do it alone. I don't have to even feel that I need to do it alone, because like the moment that it's self, like you're raising up self, like people love to say self-made. Like now you done took God out of it.
Exactly.
And now God got to humble you, baby. God, you ain't got to humble me no more. Baby. I don't have to be humbled no more. You know, but I think that it's important for us to understand that, though, to understand mainly that if we take it to him, though, if we take it to him and let him know, okay, God, I need help in this area. But a lot of us don't want to be honest.
That's good, man. Preparing for the blessing.
The blessing, yeah.
Man, it's a lot of things I can pull from. But let's see where we gonna go. It's like with David. David was in the field when God called him.
Yeah.
But he didn't become king to 15 years, I think they said later.
Could be later.
He had to be prepared to be king. So from what we can see right there is the blessing is already on us. We just not prepared for the blessing yet.
Yeah. We got to go through some crushing.
Got to go through some things.
Some breaking.
Some
molding.
Got to go through some
character building.
Personal development.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So look at your life and look at where you are right now. The blessing is on your life. Mm-hmm. No matter if you are in the projects, middle class, well off. It's a blessing that's still on your life. But are you prepared for the true blessing that God has for you, the reality that he wants to bring into your life. The reality was Dave was called in the field, but it took years for him to be the king.
Yeah.
So for me, I prayed for you, you know, and I was preparing myself to try to be a husband, to
Yeah.
try to be, cause I didn't become better until I was in it.
Yeah.
But I was preparing myself because I'm praying for something, and I know I got to become a different person.
Yeah.
So we know that if we want to have different things and experience different things, then we got to become something different.
Yeah.
We can't take the hood into the boardroom. You can't take that person over here with you. You got to become something different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't be who you are.
Yeah.
But you have to be different people in different rooms.
Yeah.
And you have to be prepared for that. Right? And so, man, preparation is just key. Like, just right now, we all need to be in preparation mode for whatever we're praying for whatever we're asking God for. We need to become that person.
Yes.
Each and every day when we're waking up, our main focus should be, how can I prepare for my blessing
That's good.
that I'm praying for?
Yeah.
And that I'm believing for.
That's good. One of my favorite quotes from you is, "It's better to not have the opportunity and be prepared than have the opportunity and not be prepared."
For sure.
Did I say that right?
Yeah.
It's better to not have an opportunity but be prepared
Yeah.
than have an opportunity and not be prepared for it.
Yeah.
And what that means, for anybody that is confused, you working now with what you're asking for.
Right.
Before the opportunity get here, before the blessing get here, you're already preparing for what you've asked
That's
for.
good.
Then God give you the blessing and you fumble it and you drown. And now you have the burden of the blessing because you didn't prepare for it. Listen, family, I hope you have enjoyed today. Listen, I have enjoyed today. We have work to do. I have work to do.
I got work to do.
I definitely have work to do. Listen, you know, a lot of times we can get so caught up on what we want and what we desire from God that we forget to do the work. We forget the steps and the process of what it takes to get what we're asking for. We want to skip sometimes the principle. When we know that the principle is what gets us to the promise. So we thank y'all for listening today. We thank y'all for tuning in. We pray that we have said something that pushes you to write your vision, make it plain, and trust that God will push you and catapult you to your next level when you trust him, when you seek him, when you read his word, and that you pray and ask God to reveal his word to you. I was reading a book. I'm reading The Bait of Satan. And he talks about how some things we're not going to find in the Bible. Some things we're not going to find in the Bible. You ain't going to go to the Bible and ask God where your husband is, or who your husband, or who to marry.
Yeah.
That ain't going to be in the Bible.
Yeah.
But things are revealed to us through the revealing of the word, through God revealing his word. God is his word, and he will reveal himself to us. So this week, spend some time asking God to reveal the vision to you, to reveal what your plans need to be, to reveal what it is, the wisdom and the knowledge that you need to get you to where you desire to go. Listen, we love you. You got anything to say and end with the people?
I'm good.
Listen, until next time, load up.
Load up.